are
you got that on video, right?
That's running right now. I can edit that out.
Don't put that on.
Here we are at Blade 2014 at the Diskin USA booth. I'm with my buddy Dom Raso, veteran Navy SEAL and new NRA commentator. Dom has done so much for everybody watching this video. He served his country for over 12 years.
Appreciate it, Joe. Yeah.
Will always serve his country. He's a hero. Big
brother.
thanks to him.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Great food. Dom has been working with Dan Winkler. Don's got his own line of stuff. He's got his own company. He's going to tell you a little bit about it. You got to yell because it's loud in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yell.
So, Joe, obviously, friggin' missed you, bro. You know, awesome to be here. It's good to see you. I appreciate that. You know, we're always working hard regardless. Yeah, I have my own company, Dynamis Alliance. We're doing a lot of great things. I'm integrated in so many different areas with the NRA, doing an NRA news commentator, NRAfreestyle.tv. Check that out. We've got a lot of good videos going on, but we're at the Blade show, right? So we're talking about blades.
Yes, sir.
So Daniel Winkler, well respected in my community. You know, one of the most respected guys making blades that I like, and made a lot of great tools, axes, blades. So we partnered up. You know, and in my entire career, having a combative's background, I never put my hand on a blade that I truly loved and fell in love with for fighting. So you talk about reverse grip, forward grip, and all the different styles of fighting out there. I took all that input and I handed it over to Daniel, and we went back and forth for about a year and a half, and bam, he nailed it. It's at the show. We released it this weekend, and I've got it with me today. And there's a lot of things about this blade that are unique. I've had a lot of people come up. Yeah, I've had a lot of people come up to me and just say that it just felt right, and that's the biggest part about this. Nothing on this blade is not functional. Everything on here is functional. So coming from a standpoint of fighting, you know, one of the main things I wanted to do is say, okay, we got to keep it concealable, right? So you got to keep it low profile. It's a fixed blade. We're working on a sheath right now that's in development. These will be ready to go on my website on dynamisalliance.com in about 2 weeks. And we're building a sheath that's going to be it's going to change the game of how people are concealing. In the waistband, completely new, low profile, minimalistic. And when you're in reverse grip with this blade, you know, just like when you hang onto a rope or you're pulling something, a lot of the times you end up using these 3 fingers and the bottom part of your hand. So you can see the way it's sitting in my hand, the way that I designed that part of the blade.
Right up the shoulder.
The way I designed that part of the blade, you can see where my hand sits. So if you're hitting a clavicle or you're targeting an area and you're doing a push-pull, you've got a really solid grip on this. Forward grip, you can see how we put, it's still a double-edged blade, but how we put that ramp up here on the back. So if guys are still using their thumb to fight, if they're doing MBC training, they're using the slashing technique, or they're penetrating the forward plunge, you still have that ramp up. I can even push my hand or my finger up past the blade, push as hard as I want, I'm not going to get cut because of that ramp effect. So that was a key part of this. Micarta, all different types of materials, they look great, but they're not that functional. So we went with a texturized rubber, wet, sweaty, bloody, doesn't matter, you're still gonna have a solid grip on this thing, you know, manipulating this blade. One of the key things that you do when you're fighting, a lot of guys power assist, so if I get hung up somewhere and I want to push on this thing, if I'm in reverse grip, I don't want to be hitting this thing and hit my hand on anything. So if you see how flat that is, if I just push my thumb over, then I can still hit on the back of this and assist through whatever I'm hung up on, right?
Yeah.
So give it a little extra push.
Like an ancient
if I need
Japanese.
it. Exactly. So if I need to do that, you know, whether it's with my shoulder or my hand, I've got a good solid surface to strike on. So we put a lot of thought on this. There's stippling everywhere to help with that grip, to stop from over penetration. If you're running a chest mount, if you're active duty military, law enforcement, you still get that texture right here and that reference point that I can come right up in and grab and go to work with. So I'm really pumped about this blade. Daniel did an awesome job. We're excited to launch this thing. It's going to be available on the Dynamis Alliance website here pretty soon.
Give them the website again.
With a lot of good options, dynamisalliance.com. We're going to have a trainer that goes along with this. We're going to have packages to go for mill guys, inside the waistband. The point is there's options here, completely functional blade, 3 3/4 inch length of the blade, and it's the V3 steel, CM V3. I think you probably know what
CPM 3B.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah,
that's it.
Very good steel.
So
Dom's a soldier. He's not a metallurgist.
Right. I'm not the tech guy with the tech specs, but I know this thing works awesome. We put a lot of thought into it, long time coming, and I got a lot of operators out there already putting up, lining up for orders. So,
and I expect one for testing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, Joe, you're the man. Why wouldn't I? Right. So I appreciate it, brother.
At the end of the video, we're going to post up Dom's website. Again, we owe this man a huge debt of gratitude. He served his country for many, many years, put his ass on the line for everybody watching this video. Again, Dom,
I appreciate that.
thank you so much.
Don't forget, all the credit now belongs to the guys that are actually over there in the fight right now, right? And all the families that paid the ultimate sacrifice. So can't forget those guys enough. Dude,
Dom Raso, Blade 2014 at the Disc in USA booth. Thanks again for looking, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.